Welcome back to the show. Let's talk to Dr Charlie from Harley. Sensitive subject here. Gonorrhea may soon be resistant to all antibiotics. Now, I've never had gonorrhea. I'm happy to go on record and say that. Is this the case?
Yeah, I think what's happened is that, particularly, I'm afraid, men having sex with men have resisted some of the early message about safe sex.
Right.
So we know that. And some of them are enjoying...
i.e. taking protection.
Yeah, they're almost enjoying a game of sexual roulette, shall we say. And the consequence of that is these diseases becoming more common, firstly. The second consequence is that our antibiotics, as we all know, are becoming less useful because the bugs, the bacteria, are able to transmit genetic information between themselves that says, you know, these are the codes to resist these particular antibiotics. So we are sitting on the edge of something that is potentially very, very serious, because the thing about gonorrhea was, you know, you knew you had it if you were a guy because you got, you know, a wet, weepy willy with green stuff coming out, you know, no big surprise there.
Right.
You know, what's happened there?
Sounds quite unpleasant.
Exactly, very unpleasant. But you go to the doctor, you get your antibiotics, and it was dealt with.
Right.
Now, if we can imagine a future where that's not treatable, then that's going to lead to inflammation in the urinary tract, it's going to lead to fertility problems, it's going to lead to kidney problems, it's going to lead to horrendous complications that are going to cost the health service a lot of money. So I think the key issue in all of this is we somehow need to go back to those 80s style ads about safe sex that worked very well in the early phases of HIV, but have been forgotten either by that generation or certainly are unknown to a lot of the existing generation. And the other challenge we've got, we're not teaching our children enough about safe sex in schools. Now, in Britain, there's a great prurience about going into a school, talking kids' language and talking about sex. I think it's time we change that. We need to speak to kids in language that they would speak in, that they understand about the consequences of not using protection.
Well, when we came on air, I just saw a headline that UK teenage pregnancies are at record lows, which is fantastic. And again, that must be education.
Yeah,
is this purely about education, you think?
So I think it's education and behavioural dynamics. What's interesting, certainly in the men having sex with men group, there's a subgroup who literally no amount of education. There's some very bright people in that group who are choosing to just
play roulette.
Exactly, the freedom of that sexual activity.
Wow.
But they are risking something a lot more serious now.
Understood. Let's take a break, thank you.